These two drones might look similar, but there is 8 years of FPV evolution between the two. G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and I can't believe I've been doing this for almost a decade. But today what we're going to look at, this is the Hummer from Sub 250, and it is basically a state-of-the-art, one of the best cine whoops you can get in 2024 with built-in digital and 03 DJI air units. But check this out, I pulled this out of the museum. This is from Flex RC, and 8 years ago, before this was even a style, this is one of the very first ones that ever came to market. This company doesn't exist anymore. You can't get one, bad luck. There's only a few in the world, but we're gonna bring you along on a journey. We're gonna find out with Stickman Steve, how does this one go? And a big one, we're gonna compare it to like, how much has FPV changed in 8 years? So if you're new to FPV or you just wanna hang around for a fun video, this is gonna be the one for you. We're gonna take it out, have an awesome time, but let's give a bit of a bake down. Let's give a bit of a breakdown first. What this is the Hummer, like I mentioned, from Sub 250. It is a tiny little cine whoop style recording drone. So you're meant to cruise this thing around. It's got some prop guards. It's doing things a little bit different. So, well, I should say maybe back to basics like this. I think this was called the Owl. It is a completely carbon frame. So it's got some tiny little TPU mounts around the outside, but the rest, it's pretty much a very rigid, solid frame. It is coming in, I'll put the weights and the stats and all that sort of stuff on the screen. But the big one, it's about 350 bucks. And whoa, I hear you saying, Stu, that seems like a lot of money. But remember, the big one about this one, it has a DJI 03 air unit in there, which means for a lot of people, you don't need to carry a GoPro, which is one of the huge letdowns of something like this. Not only the motors and the internals and the cameras and everything different with this, but if you wanted to get some really nice flight footage, and at the time I recorded this, I couldn't afford a HD camera, it just didn't have that capability. So as a very quick overview, we've got some 4-blade props. One difference between these two, this was, I guess, a pull quad. This Hummer is a pusher. And we've got some 4-blade props on right here. Everything is basically built into like one little 4 ESC in the middle. It is really, really easy to set up and get binded. I've got mine on ELRS. And then we have a nice little place for your XT30 on the back. It's rocking 4S. I think this was only rated for a 3S back in the day as well. Like the power has stepped up. I'm using a 720 milliamp hour battery, but let's do it. Let's bind this up, go out to the field, fly it around and see just how far we've come in 8 years. How does this little cine whoop go? What does Stickman Steve think about it? And 8 years of progression mixed between this and the Owl and having a bit of a gander. So let's do it. Oh God, oh geez, oh my God, did you see that power?
Yes.
I did not
You're
expect
about
that.
1/8 of an inch off the roof that, eh?
Oh, I'm gonna come and do a little punch out just behind us. Geez, you ready?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay, so this is meant to be a cine whoop. The Huma20 has a lot more power than I was expecting. Like, I like the Oasis as well from Sub 250. I think they're making some really, really cool crafts in really small little form factors as well. Man, I'm kind of having too much. I'm forgetting that this is meant to be a stable cinematic type of quad. Let's see how I can go with that. Because I don't know if those bumpers are going to protect anything when you're doing the speeds that this thing is capable of.
It's also going to catch a lot of the wind, just with the style of the frame too.
I'm focusing on my flying just here. The craft itself, look, it handles really, really well. Yeah, like you're saying, for having that carbon on the outside, the handling's kind of crazy.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
nice.
I did almost lose it.
Yeah.
Right then, I noticed on a hard punch, it does have a little bit of a twitch one direction. And the flight times, not nearly as bad as I was thinking it was going to be for the amount of, I guess, punishment I've been given this battery. I'm going to keep going just a little bit. I keep forgetting that this is a cine log. Like, normally I say if you want, like, there's no drone that does everything. If you want to do filming, this might be for you, but there's some other options. But this one, I have to say, if you want to do filming, great, you're going to have a lot of fun, but it can also do some other things.
What's it like coming down for a hard throttle out of a
okay, let's see. It has a little bit of a shake, but it sort of just
pulled up quick.
Yeah, it was fine.
Dude, that takeoff got me, hey?
Man, I was not expecting that. Normally, like on a cine quad, you got to give it a fair bit of throttle. The hover point was like at 20% throttle. So that's why I almost smacked into the roof. Like, that's not beginner friendly. That's intense. Maybe on like a 3S it would be a bit better, but they're the batteries they recommend, a 4S. It has plenty of power. All right, let's hand over to Steve and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
Okay, you are armed, yes.
Oh,
and now you've gone into the sky.
Yeah, it does have crazy power. I was just mucking around then and I was like, oh, man.
yeah, it definitely caught me off guard.
Yeah, that throttle position is super low.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna you just go for a little cruise. You're at like, yeah, 20% throttle. I have no idea where you've gone. How's the picture?
Not one bit of breakup.
Any oscillation? I mean, it's got some pretty nice camera dampening and stuff.
Just the wind.
Yep.
But yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it does. Hey, it's a pop.
I know. I mean, it's not a freestyle craft, but could you do freestyle with this?
To an extent, yeah, for sure. Yeah, really nice picture, hey. And smooth. Like, I'm just trying to do some nice flowy stuff.
Yes.
Treat it the way it was designed.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you want to fly faster when you've got that power. Are you having to fight the craft or anything like that?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to obviously pick my spots with the wind and everything.
Yes.
I think once now I've got used to it and just sort of dulled it down a bit. It's not too hard to keep it nice and slow and smooth.
It looks pretty stable as you're cruising past, like just watching it line of sight.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right, let's go.
You're having more fun than you thought you would with a cine quad?
I honestly am. Nice and low as well. Yeah, this thing's good. I do like to say one of my pivotal points, I guess you'd say, in my FPV journey was my first real quad I bought, a Cinolog 25.
Yep.
Analog, mind you, but just in terms of flight characteristics, I hated the damn thing.
Yep.
It was jittery, jumpy, didn't handle any wind or anything. I think this with the extra frame, the subframe being carbon and everything, gives you that weight, that purchase in the air, or authority in the air maybe, which I think is helping a lot.
You feeling it? Did you try to fly that indoors though?
I'll try now.
No, I mean like your old one.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did, and I just, yeah.
And your skills have obviously improved there. Do you think this would be okay for indoors though, or would you throw a 3S on there or do some other limitations?
Honestly, yeah, maybe a 3S just to dull it down for indoor, but apart from the wind, it's going exactly where I want it to go.
All right, $350.
I think you're getting a pretty good deal.
That's with the 03 unit in there as well?
Yeah, which is, depending on what you read online, it might be the next last best thing that DJI...
Yeah, after the 04 might be coming out. Yes, yes.
But honestly, if you're already rocking this system and you want to do some filming, yeah, why not? I think it's awesome, super stable. I mean, look at the wind, right?
Yeah,
we didn't go fishing today because of the wind.
Yeah, look at this, guys. That's that's the wind we're dealing with.
Definitely going to test out a little craft like this, but for it to handle the way it did just then, yeah, it's fine, mate. Absolutely fine. I think the power it's got, you could even put a little action cam on if you didn't want to go the DJI route.
Okay, so if you had like an analog one or something.
Yeah, if you just had analog, just keep the price down or whatever.
Yes.
Chuck a little Thumb 2 on, or naked GoPro or something. That would be awesome.
I kind of agree there. Normally I say I wouldn't worry about it because it's going to have too much weight and the action camera is going to be just too much and you've already got digital. But this had enough power that even if you were on analog, you could use this with your skills, with the power, with a GoPro to get some footage that you couldn't really get with other craft out there.
And I know this one is being sold with the 03 unit, but if you did want to just go the analog route, it's going to be so much lighter again. You know what I mean? Tiny little VTX in there just for doing some little fly-throughs of houses or whatever, you know, camping trips and whatever. I think that's a really good option.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, or in the middle?
Thumbs up.
Probably never noticed this. It's been in the museum for a long time. This is the Flex RC, so the original Owl, and that's 8 years old. So I reviewed that 8 years ago. Wow. What do you think about the similarities between these two craft?
Pretty similar. I think, like, obviously this one's a puller, not a pusher.
Yep.
But the frame themselves, I mean, look at it. All they've done really is lighten up the carber on this one.
Yes.
But yeah, the stack designs and everything's crazy.
It really goes to show this was kind of ahead of its game at the time for what it was doing. Like, no one really flew these. They didn't take off. It probably took about another 5 years till we started to get some more shaped craft like this with Cine Explorers and things. But yeah, I don't know, just kind of...
cool. And obviously back then too, analog only, right?
Yeah, it was only analog. Things barely fit in here. Like we had to carve out our VTX space in the back. You had to try to get interesting with how you put it all together, but like TPU bumpers, Cameras didn't have mounts, so you'd have to put them in foam and glue them in and things.
Yep. It's cute.
But yeah, I thought it was an interesting comparison to see how far we've come. This had nowhere near the power that this thing has, though.
Nowhere near the power, but overall design, there's not too much in this that's going to make it perform better than this.
You could take these components and put them into here, and you have a very similar, it's just, this is where you can see the advancements in camera technology, motor technology, ESCs. But yeah,
that's awesome.
I don't think these guys are even around anymore, which is a bit sad, but no, kind of. It is a nice little, that's where it came from, guys. A bit of history right there. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So then here's the interesting part. Who should actually get the Huma20? Because yes, look, it's a cine quad. If you like filming, you're going to like this. It's got the O3 air unit in there. It's from sub 250. They've made some great DJI quads in the past with plenty of power. And that's the exception with this one over a normal cine quad, that it just, it's an absolute little rocket for what it is. It's not going to be the same as a big 5-inch freestyle, but you're still going to have plenty of pop to scream this thing around, have a good time. But the other side of the coin is, it's kind of crazy to see that we've come full circle from like the Flex RC Owl to a little craft like this. Like the frame design is basically unchanged for 8 years, which really goes to show how much Flex RC was ahead of the game all that time ago, and it was probably the internals that were actually holding it back. But overall, look, I'm going to say big thumbs up. I like it. If you're into DJI, you want a little cine quad and also something with a heap of pop, it's going to be right up your alley. And if you're just starting FPV, this video is probably the best kit you can get at the moment to get up and get flying.